Cortez, of course, who was the man who refereed Ricky Hatton's attempt to win the world welterweight title rather against Floyd Mayweather back in December, and was a controversial figure on that occasion. Calzaghe against Hopkins now then, 12 3-minute rounds. The talking ends, the action begins. Hopkins, we expect to be a cagey operator, trying to draw Calzaghe in and landing that damaging right hand which accounted for Antonio Tarver. The Calzaghe camp were worried about how he tends to follow in with his head when he goes in behind the punches. And straight away, bumping and boring inside.
This is my theory here, John. You've got to watch what he's doing here, Calzaghe on the inside with the heads from Hopkins. Hopkins will love this on the inside with the head. Anything can happen, a head clash, a cut. He'll take the chance 50-50.
Well, Freddie Roach, didn't he? He said, elbows, shoulders, head. This is a prize fight. It's all part of it. Quiet sort of opening. Oh, good right hand! And Hopkins has put Calzaghe down in the very first round. After just over a minute, Calzaghe down with a crashing right hand from Hopkins. Well, straight away, we know now that Hopkins is very, very much for real.
Great shot, straight down the middle, straight down the pipe, as they say. Perfect shot delivered there from Hopkins. Calzaghe walked onto it as he was coming forward, and the timing and the accuracy was there from Hopkins. Great shot.
Well, he talked about picking his punches, throwing precise punches, that right hand, the danger shot, and there straight away in the opening round, Calzaghe down for only the third time in his professional career. Oh, another terrific right hand. The classical way to take away the southpaw's advantages. Hopkins has never lost to a left-hander. Already at this early stage, Calzaghe has a mountain to climb. And he's having a difficult opening round, to say the least.
Yeah, just been a little bit hesitant with his attacks here, Joe Calzaghe. And that's fallen into the Hopkins trap, if you like. He's decided to go on that back foot, be very, very cagey, just nick the shot here and there, looking for that straight right hand.
The Hopkins camp said that they would be able to exploit the wide hooks of Joe Calzaghe.
There's a little bit of a cut as well on Calzaghe's nose.
Big opening round for the Philadelphian veteran. There is a graze on the right-hand side of the bridge of Calzaghe's nose. As he goes back to the corner, he looks a little bit concerned as well. He might. That is going to be a 10-8 round to Bernard Hopkins. Hopkins has said, I may be the underdog, but I thrive on that. I've been an underdog all my life.
Now let's see what Joe Calzaghe's made of. We've seen him in the past, he's undefeated. Got to go to a new level here.
He's got to impose himself and start to try and fight his fight. Hopkins waited for him, didn't he? Waited for him to come in, to commit himself, and then punished him.
Joe's got to keep probing here. Got to keep probing and draw Hopkins out of that shell.
Well, Hopkins is the master strategist as well, or has been for the vast bulk of his professional career. Right hand there wasn't a million miles away, and now the heads go boring in again. Hopkins trying to rough Calzaghe up in close.
If Calzaghe goes to the body with that jab, he's got to be very, very quick. That's what Hopkins is waiting for. He's waiting to deliver that right hand, remember. He's waiting to deliver it as Calzaghe's coming in. So he's got to be faster with his attacks here, Calzaghe.
Not been able to establish the jab yet, Calzaghe. Oh, another good right hand from Hopkins. And the British fans are a bit subdued here. Solid right hand from the old man of boxing. Hopkins showing himself slippery to close down. Already an awful lot of holding, and Hopkins complaining he's been hit low. And he'll be given time by the referee.
Okay. All right. Everybody's out. Let's go.
Calzaghe showing that he's capable of dishing out a bit of rough stuff as well. It's close around this one, not too much between them. No way in which Hopkins is going to allow himself to just plough forward in the manner of Jeff Lacey, though, and allow Calzaghe to throw the sheer quantity of punches that he did during that particular fight. Well, the second round was very much closer round. Judges, 2 from Nevada, 1 from Illinois, all American for this. And Hopkins had the first round knockdown. How did he score the second one, Richie?
I thought Calzaghe just got it. I thought he was trying to force the pace. And he just outworked Hopkins slightly, I thought.
Decent right hand in there from Hopkins. He is almost freakishly well conditioned for a man of his age.
Oh, unbelievable. The guy is very unique. I mean, the tactics are plain to see from Hopkins, just sitting on the back foot, waiting for Calzaghe to attack. And then he's actually counter-attacking with that right hand, beating Calzaghe to the punch, catching him as he's coming in. And then obviously when he gets close, there's another one. When they get close, that's when everything's going, isn't it? Anything can happen on the inside.
And having had that knockdown now, the onus is on Calzaghe to force the fight, but he's got to do it in a way that he doesn't get reckless and doesn't get tagged again. Crowd roaring him on. But Hopkins landing some nice little sneak shots off the ropes. The chant is Wales, Wales. Couple of shots from Calzaghe, but that right hand came back once more from Hopkins.
You've got to remember, Calzaghe for me is the ultimate counter-puncher. His strength is in his counter-punching ability. And what you don't do against a counter-puncher is lead, and that's what Hopkins isn't doing. He's waiting, and he's waiting for that straight right hand.
Well, they said they were going to try and work to Calzaghe's body as well. Haven't seen a lot of that yet. Again, lots of holding and mauling. Joe Cortez, this time ticking off Calzaghe for dragging his man on.
Good right up from Calzaghe there on that exchange.
All the physical strength of Hopkins though there as he came off the ropes. Hopkins' corner like the way this fight is going. Richie's given that last round level. But remember, Las Vegas judges. Hopkins, the American, had the first round knockdown. It's not inconceivable that these first 3 rounds on the judges' cards might have gone to Hopkins. The signs in that last round, though, that Calzaghe at last was starting to make it his fight, getting in with those right hands. You see the way Hopkins leans in, though, and ties his man up so effectively.
There's that counter attacking from Hopkins again, beating Calzaghe to the punch with that straight right hand. And what you're probably seeing now from Hopkins as well, he'll try and double that up with maybe the left hook after the right hand. You got to remember this, John, as well. I don't care what anybody says. We're in Vegas, and Vegas, they like fighters who come forward. I watched Mayweather and De La Hoya, and I thought Mayweather had well won it, and De La Hoya nearly got the decision because he's coming forward.
De La Hoya wants the promoter. Joe Cortez having a busy time in there. Good right hand from Hopkins. And he's complaining to the referee, and the referee is now taking Hopkins to task. He's going to have a word with both of them, I think. Let's see if we can hear it.
I don't want any rough tactics. I don't want to take any points or disqualify either one of you, understand? It's a clean fight. Let's go, time in.
I thought this might turn out to be a dirty fight. We're in the 3rd round. It could get a whole lot dirtier. This time an arm lock from Hopkins.
He just won't come forward, will he? He won't fall for the trap, Hopkins. Calzaghe there dropping his hands, just trying to frustrate him a little bit to come forward, but he won't.
Hopkins giving as good as he gets, so as Calzaghe comes forward. A few jeers from the crowd who'd like to see this tidied up a bit. If you're just joining us, where have you been? Calzaghe was down in the 1st round. To a peach of a right hand from Bernard Hopkins.
A little bit better boxing there from Calzaghe at the end of this round, just maintaining that gap. Jab, and then he's stepping out, look, and then he's coming back with the left hand.
Anxious times for Joe Kallzage. He's been taking too many shots like that. Another big right hand, and that's the one which the referee didn't like. Rightly so. Into the 5th round, and Richie's got Hopkins 2 points ahead. It could be wider. Calzaghe needs a big round.
Now Calzaghe, look, see, John, he's adapting and he's changing his style now. What he's doing he's jabbing, he's stepping out, then he's coming back again at the attack. So it's a 1st and 3rd attack, what he's doing here. He's changing his style. That's the great thing about him, but about both of them.
Well, plan A certainly didn't work. Let's see about plan B. Already in this fight, Joe Kallzage has been arguably set more problems than at any stage. That's his best punch of the fight so far. Good right hand from Kallzage.
Good straight left as well from Calzaghe there.
Really good shot from Calzaghe.
Better boxing from Calzaghe in this round. Needs to keep this going, this in and out new style of his.
Key phase of the fight. Hopkins is so cute defensively, isn't he, Richie?
Just won't come in, will he? But this is better from Calzaghe because he's up in the work rate. Going through the gears a little bit here, Calzaghe. And Hopkins, he's got to respond to it. He needs to keep this going, John, this in and out style. When he holds his feet, Hopkins is in this. That's where he's got to move back then, you see.
Calzaghe had to do something similar against Mikel Kastler, against that pretty awful, was it the 4th round when he got really tagged in that from that fight. Changed his tactics in that one and eventually won pretty comfortably. At this point, on our cards, he's still behind. We've got the gap narrowing on the scorecards here. I've got it just a wee bit wider than Richie in Hopkins' favour. But Richie Woodall has it by 1 round for Bernard Hopkins, who had Calzaghe down in the first. Both of them with 32 knockouts in their career.
Well, that last round was probably Calzaghe's best round. He upped the work rate. And he was catching Hopkins' first and third attack. And that's what he's got to keep doing. Oh, heads went in there as well.
Enormous audience watching this across the United States. Good left hand from Calzaghe. Hopkins take, now look at that. That is not within the rules.
Now look at the referee. Why isn't the referee pulling him up there? Because that was a deliberate head in the face.
I'll tell you what, somewhere, Richie, back home, Ricky Hatton's going to be watching that and thinking, well, why is Joe Cortez allowing that to happen?
Exactly.
Again, the heads go in.
Hopkins, a master at controlling the pace of a contest. He really is.
Not seen Joe Kальзаге slowed like this for many a moon. Holding on, and the head goes in again. Hopkins landed a good right hand, but was made to pay with it with a left hook to the head from Calzaghe.
Lovely little shot there from Hopkins, left hook. As Calzaghe was coming in, it was a super punch.
Well, nearing the halfway stage of the fight here, Richie. And Calzaghe's got it to do.
Yeah. Remember what I said about Hopkins being a master at not letting his opponent box to his strength, and that's exactly what is happening here.
Huge cheers from the crowds. There go the heads again. Now at last, Calzaghe tries to open up. That's a stumble. Well, I think the moments of cool composure in the Calzaghe corner have gone now. Enzo Calzaghe is telling his son in no uncertain terms, this fight is slipping away from you.
Joe's just got to up the work rate here now. He must up the work rate. Managed to maintain that gap on the inside, throw 3s and 4s, in and out with that work that he's been doing, especially with the jab. What he's doing is allowing Hopkins to hold, and that's mainly because Joe is falling in on his work after his jab or holding the feet, and that's just allowing Hopkins just to hold him. After that jab, he's got to pull back, draw Hopkins out of that shell, then go back at him.
Calzaghe's got to put his punches together. Frank Black, incidentally, veteran cutman in the Calzaghe corner, has done a really good job on that cut on the nose, which he picked up in the first round, we think, from the knockdown.
That's it, step out, there you go, look John, you see? Jab, step away, then come back.
There goes the body shot from Hopkins, that was what he promised. In the second half of the fight. And I think we're fairly safe in saying that Calzaghe is behind. Trying to force the pace in this round. Enzo Calzaghe imploring his man to work when he gets in close and to fight his way out of those clinches.
So crafty Hopkins, just holding, isn't he, on the inside?
He's working better inside as well, Richie.
What he's doing there, John, though, when he's holding, he's slowing the pace down. He's a 43-year-old, remember. He doesn't want a fast pace, he really doesn't. He slows it all down and doesn't let Calzaghe work.
Heads from Calzaghe that time. A little bit of payback time. Calzaghe caught with the left hand as he came out of that attack. Wide hooks, leaving himself open. That's better. Oh, heads went in there. There was a clash of heads. And Calzaghe almost sunk down again.
They just got caught with a shot right at the end of the round.
Right hand, wasn't it?
Good shot right at the end of the round.
Five rounds to go. The Battle of the Planet, they called this one.
I'll tell you what, John, if you didn't know how old Hopkins was, you'd say he was 10 years younger than what he is.
Oh, easily.
Wouldn't you? Unbelievable.
Easily. I covered athletics for the better part of 20 years, Richie. And Hopkins looks, he's got the physique of a runner, never mind a boxer.
That's what we need to see more of. In and out with the jab, come back with the left hand. Maintain that gap, mid-long range. It's quite clearly it's not working on the inside for Joe Kallzage tonight.
But is he getting in with those shots? Is Hopkins using his crafty old tricks to stay out of range?
No, what he's actually doing is because Joe now and again is holding the feet, that's Hopkins' opportunity to pull him in, hold him, work on the inside, and he's getting through with his shot. Better left hand, Calzaghe.
That's better at last from Calzaghe. Calzaghe needs a big attack from somewhere. Has a good left hand, and you hear the immediate response of the thousands of travelling fans.
I think that was a situation where the referee obviously did not say break. They were both waiting for it. It didn't come.
Hopkins didn't like it, did he?
Well, unless the ref says break, you can hit the guy.
And a good right hand from Hopkins.
Lovely shot that was.
Last 30 seconds of the 8th round. Here's Joe Kallzage staring possible defeat in the face for the first time. Hopkins throwing punches right onto the bell. The round came from Hopkins, that right hand, but was the greater work rate with Calzaghe? Did he narrow the gap?
Yeah, I think so. Again, there's better work rate from Joe in that last round. Calzaghe got through with some quality shots with the single punches, the odd shot on the inside. But Calzaghe's going forward, forcing the fight. Yeah, I thought he got that round again.
Hopkins' mouth, I think, his lip, his bottom lip's gone. Joe Kallzaghe told by his father Enzo, he's knackered. Step it up. Fight at your pace.
I'm not agree with him. Combinations. Force this man to work.
That's a good left hand.
Oh, yeah. Good straight left there from Calzaghe. Make him work, because this guy, you know, he will feel the pace.
If you take a American slanted view of this, it could be that Hopkins is still 2 or 3 points ahead. It's not impossible.
If they're American judges, John, which I think you said they are, you know, he could be 3 or 4 rounds up. But I've got it a lot closer.
Hopkins not working as effectively as he did earlier on. I think it may just be that Hopkins' mouth is hanging open, showing signs of tiredness, rather than that bottom lip being gashed. He's looking to hold on at every opportunity now.
Well, I think he's been doing that from the word go, John, to be quite honest with you. But it would appear more now that he's doing it because he's getting tired.
That's the right hand of Hopkins, still dangerous. Calzaghe takes it well this time though, and now bullying his man back. He has got a remarkable fighting heart, this Welshman.
Now, you know, Hopkins here is constantly holding, and he should be getting warns now off the referee. Constantly holding. You watch when they come close, look, holding again.
Referee telling him not to hold the heads. Calzaghe's clearly landing more scoring shots in this round. Hopkins on his bike again, trying to sucker Calzaghe in. Hopkins a little bit slow off his stool, and the second slow out of the ring. We've still got a towel in that Hopkins corner, but now it's removed. Well, Calzaghe being told that they honestly think that he's there to be taken out now, Hopkins. They think that he's tiring.
Yeah, but he's got to watch it as he's coming forward here, John. He's still got to be cautious in his approach, Calzaghe, because Hopkins is terrific tonight with this right hand. He's got to watch he doesn't leave himself open as he's coming forward. That's better, in and out with the jab.
Well, that, I don't think, has gone down terribly well with the American crowd. So Sylvester Stallone on the far side of the ring, holding his hands up and berating Calzaghe and saying, come on, come on. I do think Hopkins is making it count for all it's worth, mind you. Be interesting to see a replay of that. Here we go. Well, it's low, but it's not bang on target.
Well, it was low, but was there a lot of force there from the shot? It didn't
I do
seem
think
like
Hopkins is making the most of it. Well, he's been given time. He can have 5 minutes under the rules if he requires it. And all the time, of course, it buys him a bit of time to regroup.
Yeah, the body language doesn't seem too good from Hopkins. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, well...
It was low, wasn't it?
It was low, but there didn't seem to be, wasn't there? Certainly on the knuckle part of the glove.
Hopkins still grimacing, Calzaghe waving to the fans and suggesting this one is now going his way. Well, he's still making it pay, isn't he?
He's allowed 5 minutes officially, isn't he?
Now the action underway once again. According to the timekeepers sitting to my right, still more than 2 minutes to go in this round. Calzaghe didn't have a point deducted.
Good right hand again, Hopkins. Great counter-attack in that. He's just beaten Calzaghe to the punch there.
Well, Hopkins has taken his little breather and may come back now with renewed vigour. There's the head clash. Calzaghe dropped his hand, invited his man to come in, and Hopkins duly obliged.
Now Hopkins is changing tactics here slightly, coming forward. If that's the case, then Calzaghe must start throwing more left uppercuts, bringing him onto that shot.
Hard fight, this one. A lot of the rounds difficult to score.
Such a cagey guy, Hopkins. He really, really is.
Now Calzaghe tries to unload in close, but Hopkins giving as good as he gets.
This is where he's got to watch it, Joe, as he's walking forward. This right hand from Hopkins.
Good work from the American.
Stop!
Well, Hopkins started the first minute of the round really well, but after the break, or rather Calzaghe did, but after the break, Hopkins came on strong. The fans took a bit of a dim view, the American fans, of the pelvic thrusting which followed. Got to win these last 2 rounds big, Calzaghe. So long undefeated, Joe Kallzage. For the first time here at the higher level against a man who's been described as a throwback. And Joe Kallzage imploring Joe, his son, to throw the jab, stick the jab, double it up, that's better.
A good shot from Calzaghe, but he also got caught with a shot there as well. Little sneak right hand again from Hopkins.
The knockdown, remember, in the first round is going to be a 10-8 round in Hopkins' favour.
Looking to hold again, every opportunity, Hopkins.
Hopkins showing strength to come back off that, out of that corner, and shook his head at Calzaghe as much as to say, well, you tried to get me there, you tried to throw those hooks, and I came back throwing them myself. Calzaghe has not been able to just intimidate. Oh, what's all that about? I didn't see a low blow there, was there one?
Oh, I didn't see, he's just directly above us, so I don't know.
He had his back to us from where we were commentating.
Now, if the referee didn't see, he just should just say box. Yeah, there you go.
Oh! And now things start to really open up in a dramatic 11th. Last 10 seconds. Hopkins protesting against the low blow, which never was, according to the referee. Could still be in the balance in this last round. People all around the ring are saying, how have you got it? What's the score? Well, Richie's got it Calzaghe by a round. All I'd say is that I think that Calzaghe's definitely got to win this last round.
Well, a lot of the rounds have been close, haven't they? But Calzaghe's the man who's keep coming forward. Hopkins is doing the holding. However, he's landed better straight right hands, definitely throughout the contest. Better shots, but Calzaghe now, for me, he's just starting to outwork him. And Hopkins is looking to hold every opportunity.
"44 professional fights Calzaghe's had, and that proud undefeated record is very much on the line here. Trying to carry the fight now to Hopkins. Outwork his man. Right hand again from Hopkins. He almost turned his back on the Welshman. The judges, Adelaide Bird from Nevada, Chuck Giampa, he's been around the block for a while, and Ted Gimser from Illinois. They're the men who will sit in deliberation, assuming it goes to the final bell.
I'll tell you what I would say though, John, you know, this referee, I remember Ricky Hatton and Mayweather, and he wouldn't let Hatton literally work on the inside, he wouldn't let him hold at all or anything like that. Tonight here, he's let Hopkins hold all night long.
Yep, he's let everything go. A minute to go, less than a minute. Hopkins trying to get on his bike, taunting Calzaghe as he stepped back. Well, it's been a messy fight in a lot of ways. Certainly no classic. Interesting, the clash of styles was always there. Easy, easy, the British fans chant. But I think it's been anything but.
Been awful, really.
Well, Joe Kallzage thinks he's won it. Punches continuing after the bell, and both men celebrate. Calzaghe, for me, took that last round. Well, you've got it for Joe Kallzage by a couple of rounds, Joe.
Rich, and you've got it?
Yeah, you've got it two rounds to Joe, Richie.
I have, yeah.
And I've got it pretty much level. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a split decision.
Level, which way are you going, John? Never mind level. Who you got it by?
Barry McGuigan back in the studio. Have you got it?
115, 113, Calzaghe.
115, 113, Calzaghe. That tallies exactly with how Richie's got it. Thanks, Barry.
By way of the Planet Hollywood Resort Casino of Las Vegas, we go to the scorecards. Adelaide Bird scores at 114, 113 for Bernard Hopkins. Ted Gimza scores at 115 to 112 for Joe Kallzaghe. Chuck Tampa scores it 116 to 111 to the winner by split decision from Newbridge, Wales.